I'm creating a 2000s era horror game where you play as an investigator who sells information to strangers online until one day you are stalked by a home intruder. After creating the environment and the basic functionality of the game, I thought, you know what this game really needs? Capitalism. So I decided to create an in-game store where the player can buy various items to defend themselves against the intruder. Since my game has a pseudo 2000s theme, I started by creating a retro-looking website called Safe House, where the player can currently buy 4 different items. I created a definitely not FedEx truck and blender that spawns and delivers the purchased items to the front of the house. Right now, the truck will stop at the end of the sidewalk and just kind of shit the packages out, which I'm going to have to adjust later. I added an unnecessary box opening animation when I probably could have just despawned the package when clicking on them, but I thought it looked kind of cool, so I kept it. I think it adds tension to force the player to take the risk of going outside to get the delivered packages because there's a chance the intruder could be nearby. The first item is a flashlight because of an idea I had where I want to add random power outage events later where the intruder cuts the power to your house, and I think this item will be necessary to counter that. Once you buy a flashlight, it becomes sold out in the in-game store because it doesn't make any sense to allow the player to waste their money on multiple flashlights. Next, I added a door lock that can be installed on any exterior doors. I think the door lock could actually serve 2 different purposes in the game. For one, obviously keeping the intruder out so it takes them longer to get into your house because the door is not just left open. And it could also serve as a proximity-based noise trigger to let the player know like, hey, someone's trying to break into your house, so you have that little extra amount of time to either run or hide. The next item is motion lights that can be placed on wall mounts located around the exterior of the house, and these are going to serve as the visual indicator that an intruder is nearby as well as help the player see when they go outside. I need to adjust the lighting range and fix this weird bug I currently have where the point lights don't illuminate the wall behind it, but I think this is created by the interior lights that are on the other side of the walls casting shadows for the opposite side on the outside where I have the problem, but I'm not entirely sure and I'll need to do some additional testing. Then for the last item, I created security cameras that can be viewed on the desktop of the computer in the player's room. Cameras can be placed along the outside of the house. If you have multiple cameras, you can toggle between them, and I'm going to improve this functionality by adding the ability to pan the cameras, maybe up and down, back and forth, and toggle on night vision so you can more easily see in the dark. So that's what I've added to the game over the last couple weeks, and next I think it's finally time to flesh out the actual gameplay loop and complete the computer UI so the player actually has an objective to complete. I'm also realizing that I should probably actually name this game, and I hate naming things, so if either of the 2 people that make it this far in the video have any suggestions, definitely let me know. See you next time.